Obligatory podcast intro.
Hi, hello, and welcome. This is Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam. I'm Matt with my co-host Adam, and this show is where we take all 4 letters of the alphabet, we put them in an egg. We each draw a letter and then pick a comic that begins with that letter. I don't know his, he does not know mine. Spoilers ahead for these 2 comics. I got D.
I got C.
I got a big old D. Penis joke.
Yeah, I'd love to let him know a little tidbit. We actually don't know what the other person's comic is, like at all.
No bamboozles.
No,
I really
for real.
don't know.
We make actually a point of it.
Well, I hide it.
You know what I like is you describing a comic with me not seeing the art till the end.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
I try to save it, but your ass is always like, "What's the art?
Yeah.
What's the art like?" It's like your first question, pretty much always. What's the art look like?
Yeah.
So I got D. I got a comic called Doppelganger. Doppelganger.
Yeah, nice.
It is Alterna Comics. Came out in 2017. It is written by Jordan Hart. Sorry, creator, writer, colorist Jordan Hart.
Nice.
Emmanuel Zersh Javier, penciler and inker. His middle name is XERX.
XERX?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to say X. I think it has like a sh sound
Probably.
from reading Game of Thrones.
Yeah, probably.
And then watching Game of Thrones. And they were like, zh, and I'm like, oh shit, X got a zh sound. That's crazy. All right, so Doppelganger. This starts with a chubby, pudgy, just a regular dude.
Just a round guy.
Just a round, sad man.
Just a guy.
It was like a 5'8" round, sad man. He crashes. He gets into a wreck. The man behind him rear ends him, and not in a good way. He hops out of the car. He walks up to him, and he sees this old man in the front seat, and he's dying. He's staring at him, and he dies.
Okay.
Calls an ambulance. He goes to work like an idiot. Everyone there is saying, dude, you just got in a car wreck. Go home.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Can't miss the days.
His dickhead boss is like, oh, that's half a day of PTO right there. We're going to have to take that off. Dude, he just got in a car wreck. Nothing 2 aspirins won't fix. Get your ass to work. This dude is a total prick.
Begging for a beating.
The girl, his little cubicle mate, says, oh, he's scared. You've been management training, and he's kind of like been on defense since then.
Okay.
So I think he's a little scared of you.
That's real.
The owner comes up, who is the boss's father-in-law.
Okay.
Yeah, so the dickhead boss is his son-in-law.
Gotcha.
He's super cool. The boss is really cool. Hey, man, if you want to cut out, you can. Don't even, ask. Just roll out. So he's there till the end of the day. He gets picked up by his friend Ricky. Younger dude. I can't tell you this man's age. It could easily be 29 to 48.
Yeah.
Easily. And Ricky looks like he's 20.
Oh.
He picks him up, tells him, hey, I'm going to need rides this day and this day. And he tells him that's fine, but he's like, hey, I need to pass out. I'm super tired. He wakes up and Ricky's excited because Friday is Friday Night Fantasy, where they do Dungeons and Dragons. And he requests for the battle. And Dennis, the redhead pudgy man.
Yeah.
His name is Dennis. Dennis is saying, no, I have no clue, man. Saturday is my daughter's birthday. And do we really have to do it Friday? And he's like, yeah, dude, freaking out. No, we have to.
Yeah.
We haven't missed one in 3 years. So he goes in. He has a daughter. His daughter's named Sarah. His wife is named Melissa. They know he'd been in a wreck, so they buy him his favorite pizza with extra cheese. And it's such a corny joke. He's standing there with his arms around them. And he's like, it is my favorite pizza. And the dog hops up on the table and starts going for the pizza. And he's like,
Of course.
and Max, too.
Oh, they killed it.
And then they're all like,
Nice. That's good. That's good satire.
Yeah, right.
That's good.
So the wife is mad because he went into work and he doesn't say it, but it's because his boss is a dick. And she says, that's illegal emotional harassment. They fired 3 people from my job. She's a physician. So she tells him, you need to go see, get some rest. He says, I need to walk the dog. So they put the girl to bed. He's going out for a walk to walk the dog. She says, 30 minutes, no less. I want you in bed relaxing. That's from your wife and physician. So he gets a flash of the old man's face. and he's kind of shook by it, right? So when he walks up to his house, there's a man inside talking to his wife, and he can't see him. He goes, oh, it must be Ricky. Opens the door, and it's him. Ooh. It is Dennis Zimmann standing there with red hair and a red sweater with collar out. I mean, absolutely identical. Yeah. And he says, pleased to meet you. My name's Dennis. And the other real Dennis is freaking out. So what he tells him is like, listen, I'm just going to rip this Band-Aid off real quick. I died. I was that old man. When you killed me, I go into the first person I see, which was you. You have 36 hours to live. You're gonna die, and I'm gonna take your place. So don't even worry about it. Dip into your daughter's college fund and go wild. Go party. I have all your memories. I have your peanut allergy. I know literally everything about you because I am you. Absolutely identical. And obviously real Dennis flipping his shit. Yeah. He's like, no, it's the concussion. It must be the concussion. There's no way this is real. And he goes, okay, no one ever believes me till I do this. And a woman is jogging and he says, hey, Jill. And she turns to look at both Dennis's and she turns into black smoke and dies. Just gone. Turns into black smoke and disappears. He goes, yeah, no one ever believes me till I do the demonstration. No one can see us. If they see us, that's what happens. So damn. This is real. Stop saying it's the concussion. This is real. I'm going in. Sounds like our wife is coming out. You need to get out of here unless you want her to turn to black smoke. So he bolts it to the garage, and fake Dennis is sitting there chatting to his wife. She says, something wrong? I heard someone yell. He goes, yo, geez, my golly, I thought I misplaced my keys again. And he even comments like, that's how you talk? Yeah. Because it's in him. He can just do it. So real Dennis is yelling at him to shut up. So other guy tells him, listen, there are rules. You got 36 hours, blah, blah, explains it all to him. And he tries to punch him. He dodges it. And he says, listen, I'm 8,000 years old, man. I've been doing this a while. You're not going to beat me. Like, I'm way too smart and clever and wise for this shit. I've been around. Yeah. I know how to fight, bro.
You say
8,000.
Yeah, 8,000.
8,000. They say it later, but it's not a big reveal or nothing. He just casually drops it while he's, like, getting his hair cut.
That's crazy.
So he's been around.
That's actually insane.
So he punches the shit out of real Dennis, and he gets knocked out. He goes, listen, I knew you weren't going to listen to me. So he pulled out a bunch of money from his bank account and just put it in his back pocket and was like, go off. I'm going to bed. So he goes into his house. I'm assuming he's probably going to bang his wife because the next shot is like him laying there with the wife all cuddled up. Yeah. So may or may not have banged her. So he's on the computer in the kitchen and all he says is, got you now, asshole. Cuts to Ricky, who's looking out the window, sees Dennis and Melissa and Sarah all walking to the garage. Hey, man, martyrs or mystics? Dennis kind of confused and then goes, oh, yeah, Friday Night Fantasy. Yeah, martyr seems appropriate. Calls him kiddo, and even Ricky comments like, kiddo? He really must have hurt his fucking head. That's weird. Gets in the car. They bounce out. Immediately, Dennis is like, hey, Ricky, come down here. And he sticks his head out and says, oh, you changed fast. Meet me inside. So real Dennis explains everything to Ricky. Yeah. Now, Ricky is like really clever and he's like, okay, I'll help you figure this out. So he said that there's a law, there's rules. You have 36 hours and the last person he sees is who he becomes. There's rules, meaning there's probably other rules. So I bet you he can't kill you himself.
Right. Otherwise, he just would have.
He would have done it last night when they were completely alone. So he's like, you got to help me. They don't know it's not me. They can't even tell. We need to take care of this. He's immediately runs off to his house, gets a Dungeons and Dragons card for a doppelganger character. And it cuts to fake Dennis at work. And the boss is being a dickhead to him. Right. So he's like, oh, we're going to the steakhouse. He's like, yeah, I should be done by noon. Oh, we're not inviting you. We need you to do all this work while we're gone. So he goes, okay, fine. And he hits send on his computer and sends it to everyone. It's from John Doe, but it says, let's take a minute to appreciate Steve, the dickhead boss, ability to multitask. It's beyond impressive. Imagine how hard it must be to juggle such a busy schedule, especially during the workday. Kudos, Steve. Or should I say, Stevie Suave 74, and they show his profile picture and profile info from the Noble Affairs, basically like a fuck site.
Yeah.
He's a power user, top 200, and he likes to leave at work and go bang these people. And immediately, everyone in the office gets this email.
Nice.
So, real Dennis and Ricky are begging his wife for a bottle of fentanyl. They don't actually say why, but I'm assuming it's to give him.
Yeah.
But she flips out. She's like, I'm a fucking doctor. I'm not. No, fuck no. Get the hell out of here, Ricky. Don't come over tonight. Dennis, we're having a chat. And he's like, I told you it wouldn't fucking work. It's like, what about your plan? He's like, it's all we got. So they go get a gun. Now it cuts to...
That's the most solid thinking and logic that I've heard in a long time.
They don't say it right now, but that's what they go get a gun.
That's awesome.
So the real boss is talking to fake Steve and says, did you do this? Did you do this shit? And he goes, no, I know me and Steve hate each other, but it ain't like that. I wouldn't ruin anyone's life. All right, so check it. He was manager. He's going to be gone, probably permanently. Do you want the job? It cuts to real Dennis and Ricky. Real Dennis is flipping out. He is a whiner, complainer. He is a little bitch. He is like basically crying, hyperventilating about doing this. He goes into the office, goes into the storage room, pages fake Dennis to come to the storage room. And now this other girl, she gets the email that he has been promoted, and she's super excited. So now both Dennises are in the storage room. He pulls out a gun and he tells him, oh, shit, look at you, dude. I'm actually proud of you.
Yeah.
Goes to click, 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 click. Tries to pull the trigger and can't. He's like, I commend you. The safety is off, but you didn't chamber one. You're an idiot. So he takes the gun from him, pistol whips him, starts talking to him. Now, the girl comes to the door and knocks on it. And he's like, this is what you making me do, man. If you're naughty, I'm going to treat you like a naughty boy.
Yeah.
Opens the door. She turns to black smoke and disappears.
That's awesome. I like the turning into black smoke thing.
So he tells them, listen, stop being a douchebag. Take this gun back to where you got it from. I'm you, so I know it's Ricky's dad. Put it back. Real Dennis pistol whips his knee and then just gets up and runs out.
Nice.
He makes a comment about he's about to shoot him. And fake Dennis is saying, you better hope everyone out there is wearing noise-canceling headphones and blindfolds because you're about to kill your whole office. So he decides not to, pistol whips his knee and runs out, right? He's with Ricky, and he is, again, whining. Ricky is giving him, no, man, if you're going to die, go out swinging.
Yeah.
And he's just like, my wife, I'm going to lose, blah, blah, blah. Being a little bitch. Cleans up the dead lady's clothes, gets rid of them, gets invited.
Oh, her clothes stay?
Yeah, the Jill's clothes stayed as well.
Just dropped to the ground like they got raptured?
Yes, exactly. Like left behind.
Yeah.
Not the Nicolas Cage one. No. The original OG bad ones.
Kirk Cameron?
Kirk Cameron, that's right. Charles in Charge?
One of those terrible.
One of those weird 80s shows, right? I don't remember what it was.
I don't either.
Yeah. All right. So fake Dennis cleaning up the clothes. He gets clowned on by these three people behind his back. They call him the Marshmallow Man. And they're like, the Marshmallow Man, he's so weak. We're going to be running all over him in no time. This is awesome. Ricky and real Dennis are at a hardware store buying a bunch of tools. They go to a sports store and buy a bunch of weapons. Fake Dennis is fixing the printer and the boss comes up, hey man, you don't have to do that. You're a boss now.
Yeah.
Make someone else do it. Basically. So they got all their shit. Fake Dennis is at the bar. He's partying with everyone. Real Dennis and Ricky are now outfitting the house, basically Home Alone style.
Oh, cool.
And they got a bunch of nonsense. He bought a watermelon, and he was like, what the hell are you going to do with that? Would you want that to hit you in the head? So it's late night. Fake Dennis is getting rid of Beverly or whatever's clothes. He goes home, he's having dinner with the kid and the wife. She's upset over something. All the lights go out. He tells them, y'all go out for ice cream for like an hour. I'll take care of all this.
Okay.
It says 5 minutes later, and it shows real Dennis in a football helmet, bunch of pads, rope, and he's holding a big javelin. And he is just decked out in sports equipment, basically.
Okay.
Fake Dennis walks down the stairs, trips over a rope they tied up, falls down. The watermelon hits him in the stomach, and then Real Dennis puts the javelin to his head. So basically has this, and fake Dennis is like, I have a way that we can both live. And he pulls the javelin away and he just kicks the shit out of him.
Nice.
Ties him up to the chair. So real Dennis is tied to the chair now because he fell for that. Fake Dennis is making fun of him for falling for that. Like, God, you're such a dumbass. Yeah. I did like the watermelon, though. That was my favorite part. Really cool. So check it. I know there's life insurance policies on those two girls, your wife and daughter. And honestly, I'm thinking of just getting rid of all of you. So when they get back, we're gonna be here waiting. Yeah. So the girls are walking up. They open the door and he's standing there holding real Dennis's head up, like basically ready to kill them. And the dog is freaking out. It's been barking at fake Dennis this whole time, right? Then there's an explosion in the garage. The girls literally like last second, like turn away. Oh, what was that? And run to the garage. Fake Dennis runs out there. Oh, I'll take care of it. Don't worry. Go over to Ricky's house. So he finds a dry ice bomb that Ricky set off as Ricky is running inside, untying real Dennis.
Hell yeah.
Fake Dennis is kind of dumb still. He's like, oh, dry ice bomb. I remember that sophomore year. He's like, man, Ricky must have, oh, damn it. And runs back in, finds out real Dennis is no longer tied to the chair. They leave the house and he just starts crying hardcore now. He's like, the only way to save my wife and kids is if I die. I'm just gonna wait it out. Ricky's like, I'm done. You're a bitch. You're a little bitch. And maybe he's right. Maybe you don't deserve your life because you're a little said bitch. So the next morning, Sarah's birthday, it's Saturday. He's going to die on Saturday. So this is the day. They're having just a mountain of banana pancakes. It's Sarah's birthday and she wants banana pancakes. So fake Dennis starts choking, like really bad. And Melissa, the wife, she starts looking for an epinephrine pin. Can't find it. Runs upstairs. Can't find it. I'm going to the Garcias to call 911. Real Dennis walks in and goes, enjoy those pancakes, asshole. Sprays him with mace and then puts a plastic bag over his head.
Nice.
Explains his whole plan. Listen, Sarah's birthday, she always gets banana pancakes. So last night while we were doing the Home Alone shit, I put an extra ingredient in the pancake mix. The only problem was you let it slip. I would die around 8:30 in the morning. So I had to expedite this whole process here. Had Ricky wake the wife and daughter up super early. So the daughter was like, I want pancakes. And they got started. He's like, you're me, so you have my peanut allergy. So he put peanut powder in the pancakes. This dude is just choking to death. They're over at the Garcias trying to get help. Fake Dennis grabs 2 forks and stabs real Dennis.
Oh, cool.
Then he gets up and gets a butcher knife and starts like stabbing him in the stomach and goes for his face. And he just chokes and dies, turns to black smoke and disappears.
Whoa.
That's it, just peanuts.
Nice.
Ricky runs in, is like, oh shit, it worked. You're also healing. So he heals up. Ricky scoops up the fake Dennis's clothes. Real Dennis takes all his clothes off. The wife comes home and goes, you okay? You find the pin? Yeah, it fell out. It was in the bottom drawer. Why'd you take your clothes off? And then the daughter is like, Daddy, interrupts him. And then she's sitting there. They're all hugging and shit. And she's like, why did you take your clothes off?
She wasn't going to let that slide.
So Ricky is outside the door going, the comedic sidekick lives in this story. And then you hear someone say, does he? And you turn and look and it's fake Dennis now as fake Ricky.
Yeah.
Because Ricky was the first person he saw.
Yep.
So that's it. That's the whole.
Yeah.
There's 4 issues.
That's awesome.
That's the whole story. Yeah. Neat little comic.
Hell
It's
yeah.
a cool little story. Now the art is fucking awesome. It has this pin art look to it.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah,
What era is that? 40s, 50s, 60s?
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like a 60s comic?
Yeah, I guess. I'm not good at that.
I feel like it has that
the
golden
style.
age kind of look to it. Where this would just be about some corny family with the most corniest jokes ever.
I could see it.
I love the art. The art is
it's good.
absolutely
It's
incredible.
good.
I love the pin art. I love how it was a dark story, but it looks like this. And it's not particularly bright and colorful, but it has that pen art, old school quality. And I always say I love it when they take something new and make it look old.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did with this. So that is super cool. And that was the story. Doppelganger.
That's awesome.
Was it?
Yeah. So I got one called the Crimson Nun.
Nun?
Yeah.
N-U-N.
Yep. The cover is amazing, like super dope art. And I know a lot of the times comics don't have the same art on the covers that they have on the inside.
Yeah, because they'd be hiring the cover artists.
Yes.
That's what they call.
So I was like, didn't even think of that. I picked this one. I was like, the name's too good. It's only a few issues. Like, I'm going to do this one.
The art looks incredible.
Yeah, the art's so dope. And then, like, I started reading the very beginning. I was like, no. That is not even close to what they are. No, you know what I mean? Like, not even close.
I get done on video games a lot. There'll be some incredible looking shit, and then it's like a top-down pixel game. And I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah, it feels like false advertising.
Yeah, some fake-ass Mario, and you have this beautiful cel-shaded 3D, incredible-looking art on the cover.
Right. So it was created by a guy named Ben Dunn. So the art's like super, almost airbrushy, and it's not detailed at all. And that's not a problem. It doesn't have to be a problem, but it is in this one.
They made it a problem.
All the dudes' faces are exactly the same.
Ooh.
So there's like a bunch of white guys in this. They all look like the same. There's a bunch of Asian dudes in it. They all look literally the same. One guy looks different because he's a different kind of Asian. Is how they did it.
Well, at least they tried
and
there,
then the
I
chicks,
guess.
all the chicks look exactly the same. The nuns.
Yeah.
First off, they're wearing nunnery clothes
So
or
it's
whatever.
just faces.
No, there's parts, a bunch of parts where it's not just faces, but
Okay.
most of the time, yes, they look
Just-
exactly the same.
Yeah.
And our main character, the Crimson Nun, like nobody knows her name or something. She's like keeps it secret. She has a different costume. She's the only one that her nun fighting gear is different than the other nuns.
Okay.
It's got some red on it. That's the only difference, and it's got a mask.
Hence the crimson.
Yeah, exactly. The inside of her cape is like bright red.
Why do they call her Crimson Nun? It's all yellow.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Is she wearing green?
I don't get it.
What the flip? So I got confused a few times in this because their panel-to-panel jumps can be kind of iffy, where you're like, wait, what happened? You got to like fill in the blanks really big time. And like I said, they're all wearing kind of the same outfits. There's a bunch of priests who all wear the same thing. They try to do their hair a little different. So you get a idea that they are different people at least. They don't look exactly. All right, so this is 1936. This is near Germany, like Austria maybe.
Okay.
And he calls a bishop of the Catholic Church and says, "Hey, I found some Hebrew tablets in China that are super, like it's Moses's like diary or some shit."
Yeah.
It's kind of what he was saying. He goes, "I need you to help me and go send some people to get that out." Bishop's like, "Oh man, thanks so much, Senator," or whatever. But it pulls back and he's just got a giant Nazi flag in his office. I was like, oh yeah, because like they hadn't done anything yet.
They were getting ready.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
So wait, who was the Nazi? The guy calling?
yeah, the one who
Okay.
tipped off the bishop. So now we jump out in the middle of the desert. We got some ruffians out in the middle of the desert digging up like a cross or gold cross or something. There's a bunch of nuns there, a bunch of the warrior nuns. They're like, all right, there's only like 4 of them. This is going to be easy. And they throw a bunch of bolos from the darkness and like wrap them up, and it kind of knocks them out.
Nice.
And they get up there with their swords, and they don't even draw their sword. They use it in the scabbard and break their guy's wrists so he can't shoot the gun and stuff. Cool.
Yeah.
It was actually a really cool intro. And as that's happening, kind of out of nowhere, really, a guy appears. There was no one there before. There was only a couple cars. He came out of nowhere, basically.
He's in the desert, yeah.
Yeah. And so this is Cardinal Black. He's basically our main antagonist for this. We have a couple. They're like, oh my God, it's Cardinal Black. Oh, we haven't seen him. He's in trouble. Like the church wants to talk to him. And then he starts using his powers on the nuns. They hadn't said anything like supernatural yet or whatever. The nuns just had guns and stuff. And like, so he like starts flying. Yeah, in bolos. Flying, and he flashes a bright light and it knocks a bunch of the nuns out basically. And there's one nun left standing. They kind of have a little talk. They don't really fight. And then a priest comes out and tries to exorcise Cardinal Black, and he's like, "You idiot." He's like, "God's not even real. You think demons are real? You're an idiot." And he's like, "Come back to the church and be absolved, this and that." And he's like, "No, I'm better now, blah, blah, blah." And so he's got a bunch of cool powers and stuff.
Once I became an atheist, I got superpowers.
Cardinal Black and them are having a little talk, and then he calls reinforcements from out of nowhere. They were in the like flat area of the desert. The nuns start fighting the ruffians, and then the priest and the Cardinal Black get into like a little. That's where they have their discussion. Come back, whatever. That's it. Okay, it's an intro. So like, because I was just expecting to exactly start up where it was, and now we get like a time jump. It's like 38. Instead of 36.
So the nuns beat the ruffians and the priest lost to Cardinal Black, or what?
Yeah, in 38. Because it's the phone call at the beginning was 36, and then basically everything after is 38.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking. Did the nuns beat the like what happened?
Yeah, they won, but what's his name knocked them out. He goes sleep.
Oh, and then he just bounced
out.
Okay.
He flies away. My bad.
Cool.
That's actually really important. He friggin' flies away. All right, so we see the Crimson Nun get called in, and that nun, the last nun that was in the attack with the Cardinal, she stays around. She's a character, too. We get the Crimson Nun flying to China, because that's where the shit's going down, and they say it takes 5 days. How? The slowest airplane on Earth wouldn't take 5 days to get to China.
We fly to China?
Yeah, they just fly directly there, too.
Like, we fly really slow.
Apparently.
It's like 10 miles an hour.
So they get diverted at the last second. Their plane gets diverted because Japan is attacking China at this point. They want to stay away from, being killed, basically. So they fly to a smaller town, but still somehow the town they go to has a guy waiting there for them.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm your porter," and I'm like, "Wait, how'd they?"
Yeah, you got to use real people to do messages.
Exactly. There's no cell phones.
Yeah, none.
I'm like, what the hell? So that was one of the myriad of things in this that confused me / I just thought was bad. And then we get a flashback. They don't tell you it's a flashback. It's a friggin' flashback. Know it because it's sepia tone, dummy. Basically is their stance.
Yeah.
So we see the flashback of what happened with Cardinal Black. He actually murdered all his contemporaries that were they were magic priests. So there's the warrior nuns and magic priests.
Okay.
And he kills all of them except, one guy lives. One other magic priest lives, and he was a magic priest as well. So I don't know if he got more powers.
Seems like it.
But they all have powers before. So they made it seem like he didn't have powers first, but it says they all have powers. That's why they're in the magic.
You're talking about the second priest?
Yeah. So it shows the flashback. He blows them all up. And I was like, wait, that so threw me off because I didn't know the sepia tone was going to be meant flashback right away. So I was like, this is all out of order or whatever. So they're chilling in China. There's everybody here is wearing the exact same clothes. They have basically the same fake, ridiculous Chinese Fu Manchu mustache beard combo.
Yeah.
And so from here on out, it's damn near impossible to tell who's who.
Yeah.
So they leave that little town. They go to the dig site. They're on the way to the dig site. They get getting shot at by the Japanese. They get away. They get to their little, the immediate town. In that town, the reporters from that town. So another coincidence, or maybe because he was from that town, that's why they used him as a porter. I don't know, whatever. They get to this town. There's a priest here, which I'm pretty sure wasn't very common in the middle of nowhere China in the 30s. I could be wrong. I really could easily be wrong. They have no parishioners, I'll say that. So they finally actually get to the dig site. This was a little staging town, and they finally get to the dig site. It's empty. There's no one there. There's a million tents. There's a million places where you can make fire and stuff, but no one's there. They get up there to the cave, and there's a guy in there, and he's like, "Mein Gott," and he's like, "You're saving me, thank you." And they're like, "Who are you?" He's like, oh, I'm Werner or whatever. She was like, yeah, I don't know who you are, bro. Nobody sent us here for you. He goes, well, what happened was we've been working with the local warlord, and he's been really nice and helping us and stuff. And then one day,
he wasn't nice.
After they found the tablets, maybe what it was. They're like, he slaughtered all my guys and left me and one other guy alive. You're not 100% sure why there's multiple people coming here. It seems weird. So they're in the cave. There's a bunch of like cave drawings of like aliens and stuff, like a ship with like big-headed people around. So she finally asks, like, where are these Hebrew tablets or whatever? What? Hebrew? And she was like, yeah, they're supposed to be Hebrew. He goes, no, it's like some weird hieroglyphics or something. And she was like, so it's not Hebrew? And he's like, no, not at all. It's like a spiral on a concrete disc, and it's in some sort of hieroglyphics. She goes, she's smart. She goes, that's weird. That is not what they told me. That was the whole point of me coming here. I don't care about no damn hieroglyphics. I was trying to return the church's property is what she was thinking. So everybody's getting double-crossed and triple-crossed here, which made stuff kind of weird and hard to follow. So they do get captured by the warlord. They get taken in. You see that the other nun that went there first is being held captive. There is another guy, probably the warrior priest that was with her. So there's a few of her like contemporaries and her friends, basically. They're being held hostage at this warlord's like castle, basically. It's really cool. It's a huge fort. So this is where we start getting like good information. They're like, all right, what's the deal with these tablets? What's going on with the tablets? So they take them to the scientists that they captured earlier, and they'd been forcing them to work on the tablets. They bring him to him, and that's when the guy explains everything. He goes, yeah, Hebrew, no, this is ancient hieroglyphics. We're pretty sure it's actually aliens that wrote this. They said they landed on Earth 12,000 years ago. Their ship was broken. They couldn't leave, and they got into wars with the local people and were all killed out. And they were asking permission to use their, he just says weapons on the ship. So like lasers or I don't know, nukes or something. I don't know what they were implying.
Some badass advanced weaponry.
Exactly. But they didn't use it. They ended up getting murked. She talks with Diana, which is the other nun. Oh, we're going to get out of here, whatever. We're going to get away. And then finally we meet the warlord. And he actually does look different. He's way more of a caricature of an Asian person. Like, bad.
Yeah.
This came out in 97, and this definitely wasn't appropriate in 97 either. No arguing. You can't argue it there. So he's like they just call him like your eminence or your godlyhood type shit. He doesn't have a regular name because he's not the warlord. The warlord's below him. And we've been dealing with him and a Japanese guy that were working together. It was really weird. They're all wearing the same outfits, uniforms. So I was like, dude, who? What? Ew, because they all look exactly the same. So we meet he's like like a wizard, basically. And he is trying to find the location of the UFO so he can use the weapons in the UFO to conquer the world. He literally wants to conquer the world. He tells all this to the Crimson Nun because she's captive. Like, when was it hurt to like the standard
I just
bad
want to
guy?
chat.
Yeah, the bad standard bad guy thing. The warlock is asking the Crimson Nun a bunch of questions, and she's refusing to talk. He shows her his torture chamber and is like, "I'll feed you to the rats." And you see the guy that was left at the dig site, the one guy who was left, they captured him and were torturing him with it.
Damn.
They let rats eat him alive, basically.
That guy got a bad shake there.
Yeah. And so then we have a bunch of pages of the explaining the UFO stuff, the warlock not saying, yeah, it's not Hebrew, and confirming and this and that. So they're kind of like not on bad terms as much now. You know what I mean? Like he thought she was trying to steal his tablets. Now that she knows she doesn't need the tablets, she's not trying to get it. That's what she says.
No threat now.
She goes, yeah, we have nothing to do with each other. And he's like, no, I'm going to keep you hostage and this and that. He likes to keep people hostage.
He's like, he likes to talk to him. He talks to every one of his prisoners.
He won't talk to us, the guys that live with him, the soldiers around him every day. He'll talk to some random nun. That's
every
for
morning
sure.
at breakfast, complete silence.
So
I hate it.
Crimson Nun and Diana leave like escape basically because they're not really being watched that well. They're no threat, but he wants to keep them. So they escape out the tunnel. They're going through like a real dangerous tunnel part, and one of their porter had been with them this whole time. There was 2 doors, and one door was to safety and one was to death. And he went first, and he got all the way to the other end of the room, and then it was a kill trap. It was like a trap door, and he died. He sacrificed himself. So now the nuns, the warrior nuns, now know that the other door is safe. So they go through the other door, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they get it literally says whack or it says whack and So you're like, what the? You don't see what happened at all. You just see them walking, and then it says whack and That's it. So you're like, that's weird. And all of a sudden, she wakes up and she's dead. She's dead now, or like in the in between. Crimson Nun. Yeah, okay. Crimson Nun. And there's like Joan of Arc is there, and a bunch of other bad bitches from history are there. And one of them's a Templar. It's cool. It looks cool.
Hi, we're the bad bitches of history.
Yeah, that would easily be a real thing.
That's a cool name.
So she's discussing. They said, you don't have to live anymore. You can come live with God right now. And they're like, it's dope.
It's Alanis Morissette.
It's so dope. Okay. Worth it. You're fine. You don't have family, whatever. Just come live with us and everything will be perfect. And she goes, no, my duty's not done on earth. And they're like, all right, like, we'll have to give you some extra power because you're like badass. Like, you really like all these chicks getting together to talk to you. Not normal. These are names. Okay. That's Joan of Arc over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And women normally hate each other. This ain't normal at all.
There's 5 of them together and no one's getting champagne thrown in their face.
You ever seen the WNBA?
Okay, so she's like about to be bestowed, and then like there's a Valkyrie that like pops up over her, like they're about to give her power, like she's a Valkyrie or something, and she goes, "No, I don't need it." And they're like, "Wait, what?" And they're like, "You don't understand. We're gonna like bestow slick ass powers on you. Like, you'll be able to do better." She's like, "That's cheating in the eyes of God." And they're like, we're like angels basically.
Yeah,
we're God.
We work for him.
Yeah.
Her.
And she goes, no, I don't want it. And she goes, all right, I'm gonna just give you a little something to help you wake up and get better. She goes, okay. So she bounces back, and then I think it's her and another guy laying in a hospital bed, and the magic priest from earlier, the other one that didn't die, he's there, and he's telling them who he is and telling them he's going to give them a bunch of his power and energy to heal them up at that. I go, why is Crimson Nun with this guy? Where's the other chick? Blah, blah, blah. That is the other chick. That's not Crimson Nun that is in the bed, the hospital bed. I thought it was...
Oh, so they didn't cut to her.
They cut because they're both white ladies with blonde hair pulled back. They look the same. And then we're like, wait, what? And then the Crimson Nun wakes up in the dungeons. Okay. I'm like, how'd they get saved? The other people get saved when she didn't get saved. They were together.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. And so she's back at the spot. They're like the normal friggin' talks with the main bad guy about like God and stuff like that. They have one little more conversation, and then she escapes again, or escapes this time for real. She gets away. She steals a plane. She doesn't steal it. She gets given a plane, and she like flies off into the sunset. You think, I was like, oh, that's the cool end. That's not the end. She takes one of the other priests or nuns to with one of the tablets that they saved. She needed to report to her priest or cardinal or whatever. So they both go, Crimson Nun and Diane or whatever. They both go. She hands it over to the priest. He's like, dude, I gotta go deliver it. And they're like, okay, cool. And so he leaves, and he's like walking all the way across town. And they're like, wait, that's weird. Like, why would he need to take it somewhere besides the church or whatever? So they follow him, and he's like walking into the Nazi headquarters in China or whatever. And so they stop him. Diane is trying to stop the Crimson Nun from stopping him. So they fight for a second over the tablet, and then she shoots the tablet, so it explodes. They're already like in the not fairgrounds, inside the fort. So there's a giant shootout with the Chinese or with the Nazi guys in Crimson Nun, but for some reason there's Chinese guys there too, and it looks like the Chinese guys are fighting the Russian guy or the Chinese guys are fighting the Germans. They'd been what? Why is that happening? No explanation. Like I said, she destroys the tablet and now she walks off into the sunset. Except it's not stupid and have a sunset. It's dark and rainy and really moody. It's got a moon in the sky. And you see the guys at the very beginning, in 36, the phone call at the beginning between the governor and whatever, the cardinal, bishop, I think it was, about going to get the tablets. And he's like, hey, man, I want to talk to you about those Hebrew tablets you sent us to go check out. And he's like, like pulling his collar out. He's like, I'm caught now. And then you see, that's it. They don't even like continue that. And then you see the Crimson Nun praying, and then that's the end. Yeah.
Where's the bad guy?
Yeah.
There wasn't a fucking bad guy.
Yeah. Bro, I strongly dislike this.
Strongly.
Yeah. I seriously, I hated the art. I hated not being able to tell who everybody is. Yeah.
Ew, gross.
It feels kind of low effort. I hate to say that, but that's just a way to describe it when you can't see it.
Yeah.
So there was the Cardinal Black guy who's only in the beginning.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to come back the whole time.
And then they switch it up to the Warlock,
which wasn't really even a bad guy.
No, and his minions basically.
Yeah.
And then at the end you get a cool Nazi shootout.
Okay.
But that's what you get.
Yeah.
That's if you like it, hey.
Bing bang boom.
Bang bang boom.
This is Matt versus Adam. This is where we take a random character generator online. We see who will win between who he gets and who I get. We're doing video game characters today. Who did you get?
I got Delta, which we definitely had to look up.
Don't know. Still don't know.
Yeah, so he's from the game Zero Escape. It's like a time traveling game and this and that. I've never heard of it ever.
I got Noob Saibot.
Yeah.
Saibot? Noob Saibot?
We always said Saibot.
I call him Noob.
Noob.
You want to do your long list of powers that I assume you probably do have?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm a genius, dude.
Cool.
I'm so smart. I have mind hacking, which is actually strong. But then I have anticipation, which is also strong. It's because it's a time travel thing or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So he knows you're about to do something.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's the whole list, but the two are strong.
Two are strong. Got it. Okay, and by the way, this is downtown Houston. 2 blocks of downtown Houston. We see each other. It's fight on sight. We're out for dinner.
Yeah, I'm getting coffee.
Scrapping in the street. I have master martial artist, weapon mastery, master marksman, indomitable will, intimidation, genius level intelligence, master strategist, leader. Okay. Superhuman, all of this is superhuman.
Yeah.
Strength, speed, ability, senses, stamina, reflexes, durability, regenerative healing factor, immortality, self-sustenance, magic, darkness manipulation, biofusion, teleportation, energy projection, portal creation, dimensional travel.
Yeah.
Former power.
He flops from one side of the screen to the other.
Yeah. He's mean.
Yeah.
I remember that character. I liked him and Ermac.
Oh, nice.
So this is, do you have a chance? I don't know.
Like
Your
I
intimidation.
said, I don't know anything about the character. I did 2 seconds of reading on the wiki type thing, and meaning how strong his mind hacking and his anticipation are. If those are really strong, then I do have a chance here and there. But other than that, no. So no, I really don't have.
I don't
a chance.
think so. This guy's ridiculous.
Yeah, it comes from a fighting game.
Yeah. It's no, it's he's physical while you're a cerebral manipulative is what it says. And I'm a scrapper who you can just anticipate getting your ass kicked.
Yeah.
So I will take that.
Yeah, you got
I mean,
that
honestly, I just don't know the character. And I know you don't either.
Yeah, he's just like an overarching bad guy type thing. So he's not like an in the fray type of dude.
And also, I think it's good to say this again, that we go off the list.
Yeah.
We go off of what it says. We do it logically. If someone has all those powers, it is very difficult to beat him.
Yeah.
Meaning, if we got a Marvel character that we know
liked,
is badass,
and
but his list is small, we go off of that.
Yeah.
We do go off of feats that we have, but if it says someone has teleport, we chalk that up to a pretty badass power.
Yeah.
Because if you're clever, you can use teleport in incredible ways.
Yeah, big time.
So I got darkness manipulation. I mean, there's just a crazy list of strength and then just powers that this guy has.
Yeah.
Teleporting, immortality. Like, I don't think that you're going to beat him with your two little things, which it's just you're a regular person.
Yeah.
You don't have
basically.
superhuman anything. So even if those did help you, I don't think you're going to be able to hurt me at all.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'll take that. 46.
Damn.
All right, we're on the socials. We're on YouTube. New episodes come out Thursdays and Mondays for the Dollar Bin. Check them out. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.